1. Theater is a unique type of art because it requires a collaborative effort by a group of artists using multiple art forms. A painting hanging in an art museum, for example, is unlikely to be accompanied by music. This is because painters don't want anything to interfere with a viewer's appreciation of their visual art. Likewise, an orchestra performance is unlikely to include visual images. But in theater, plays use light, sound, stage design, physical movement, and spoken words all together. They are combined to create a single artistic experience. If you see a well-performed play, you will witness a mixture of various artistic visions. Theater is a unique type of art because it requires a collaborative effort by a group of artists using multiple art forms. A painting hanging in an art museum, for example, is unlikely to be accompanied by music. This is because painters don't want anything to interfere with a viewer's appreciation of their visual art. Likewise, an orchestra performance is unlikely to include visual images. But in theater, plays use light, sound, stage design, physical movement, and spoken words all together. They are combined to create a single artistic experience. If you see a well-performed play, you will witness a mixture of various artistic visions.
2. Obstacles often stop us from getting what we want, but sometimes these barriers are actually things that no longer exist. This is known as the pike syndrome. In an experiment, a pike was put in a tank with a smaller fish. However, a glass wall prevented the pike from eating it. Later, when the glass was removed, the pike didn't even try to catch its prey. Often, we act like the pike and fail to react to changes around us. Just because we were unable to do something in the past, it doesn't mean we can't do it today. If something is preventing you from reaching a goal, ask yourself if it is a real barrier or just the memory of an obstacle from your past.
3. A number of studies have shown that the body weight and attitudes of a patient's spouse can have a major impact on the amount of weight lost and on success in weight maintenance. Black and Threlfall found that overweight patients with normal weight partners lost significantly more weight than those with overweight partners. They also noted that success was greater in those patients whose partners had also lost weight, even though they were not included in the program, suggesting that recommended changes were being actively supported by the spouse. Similarly, Pratt found that dropout rates were reduced when the patient's spouse was included in a weight control program.
4. Positional bargaining is a bad situation that sometimes occurs during negotiations. Two people simply say what they will and won't do, and they end up trapped in a terrible fight. While this is a common error among people who haven't negotiated before, it has been observed to be a problem even for the most skilled negotiators. The trouble with this situation is that no real negotiating takes place. Either one side has to accept what the other is offering, or they will continue to be trapped in a long, unpleasant battle. This can lead to anger and bad feelings that have the potential to destroy healthy relationships. Even people that have been friends for years might find themselves ending up as enemies.
5. The ability to imagine the thoughts and feelings of other people is known as theory of mind. In 2013, researchers claimed that literary fiction temporarily improves this skill, while nonfiction and genre fiction, such as sci-fi, do not. They explained that literary fiction focuses more on the thoughts of characters than other forms of writing. Readers must therefore put themselves inside the heads of the characters. Another study came to a similar conclusion. Some participants read part of a novel about a Muslim woman, while others just read a summary of the same story. Afterwards, those who read the novel were less likely to make stereotypes about her based on her religion. It seems that reading literary fiction helps us understand other people.
6. How do you encourage other people when they are changing their behavior? Suppose you see a friend who is on a diet and has been losing a lot of weight. It's tempting to tell her that she looks great and she must feel wonderful. It feels good for someone to hear positive comments, and this feedback will often be encouraging. However, if you end the discussion there, then the only feedback your friend is getting is about her progress toward an outcome. Instead, continue the discussion. Ask about what she is doing that has allowed her to be successful. What is she eating? Where is she working out? What are the lifestyle changes she has made? When the conversation focuses on the process of change rather than the outcome, it reinforces the value of creating a sustainable process.